Solana's liquid staking giant just crossed $2.7 billion in total value locked, and Wall Street is about to launch the first SOL-staking ETF. Yet, Jito's native token still trades near $2. In the next few minutes, you'll see why brokers rank Jito alongside Uniswap, why Grayscale just slid it into their Q3 watchlist, and how a single dashboard is silently dripping MEV rewards back to staking providers every day. We'll map 5 precise profit zones on the weekly chart, plus the line in the sand where I bail and reload cheaper. New here? Relax. No jargon, no hopium, just signals and receipts. Stick around till the end for a tool that's already helping viewers turn staking yield into real-world cash flow. Ready? Let's dive in. You fire up Twitter and the first tweet you see is Jito hammering home a simple message. JitoSOL is the smarter choice. Earn staking and MEV rewards, swap in size with minimal slippage, help decentralize Solana. The list scrolls on screen like a checklist of everything Ethereum holders wish Lido had: liquid staking, MEV capture, and deep DeFi composability, all wrapped in one green coin spinning into a mint-fresh vault. In plain English, Jito lets SOL earn 2 paychecks at once. The base stake yield plus the extra MEV tips validators pick up. That double engine is why total value locked keeps screaming higher while other protocols crawl. Cut to the Dune dashboard snapshot. The tip router has already funneled over 4,000 JitoSOL, about $775,000 back to vaults in a matter of weeks. Layered pastel wedges climb steadily on the chart, each color a different vault quietly compounding. The beauty? Holders didn't lift a finger. The protocol vacuumed up MEV, routed it, and paid it out. No claim button, no gas fee, pure passive flow. If you've ever wondered how restaking becomes economic security, this is it in real time. The next disbursement happens automatically. The only question is whether your SOL is taking its cut. Token terminal flashes. Total value locked brushing record highs at $2.7 billion. Compare that to the market cap slide from CryptoDep. Jito sits under $750 million. In other words, every dollar of token value is backed by almost $4 locked in the protocol. For perspective, Lido's trades at TVL parity and Rocket Pool's usually at a premium. That mismatch screams relative undervaluation, but only if demand for JitoSOL keeps climbing. Spoiler: a Solana staking ETF is about to feed a fresh pipeline of institutional interest. Bloomberg's Eric Balcones drops the bomb. The Rex Osprey Solana Plus staking ETF, ticker SSK, launches this week. The first U.S. vehicle allowed to stake SOL. Wall Street finally gets skin in the yield game. Guess which liquid staking protocol offers the deepest liquidity and MEV boost? The same one Grayscale just added to its top 20 research list for Q3. Jito sits right beside Aave and Uniswap. Institutions don't chase memes. They chase risk-adjusted yield, transparency, and UX. Speaking of transparency, Jito scored 39 out of 40 on Blockworks' Token Transparency Framework, an almost perfect grade that places it shoulder to shoulder with Aerodrome and Jupiter. Then a community reviewer posts a mobile screenshot. 18 million SOL staked, 7.2% APY, over 180,000 holders, and a UI so clean even your granduncle could find the Stake Now button. Comments flood in about how smooth the site feels. In crypto, good design isn't vanity, it's a moat. The easier it is to stake JitoSOL, the faster total value lock compounds. Chainbroker's heat map ranks top Solana projects by fundamental and market health. Jito lands an 8 composite, edged only by Solana itself, Ondo Finance, and Orca. Performance metrics? 8.9. Market and financial health? 9.2. Social traction? 9.1. Wrap those numbers into the narrative we've built, soaring TVL, ETFs transparency, and you start to see why analysts keep sliding Jito into their under $1 billion gems list. Okay, full screen that weekly chart with me for a second. Price has been stuck inside this broad descending channel since March 2024. But over the past 8 weeks, the candles have been inching higher, and more important, the Heikin SI is now flashing its fourth straight green bar and has just crossed bullish. That's the kind of momentum shift we haven't seen since October 2024. The volume profile tells the same story. The fattest node sits right on top of $2.35, exactly where the 236 Fibonacci retracement lives. A decisive close above that shelf usually unlocks the next range quickly, so here's how I'm staging my exits. First stop is $3.30. Once we tag it, I'll skim 15% of the position, just enough to pay myself for the risk. If the bid keeps pressing, the second ladder rung is $4.50, where I'll lighten up by another 25%, because that level lines up with the biggest supply shelf. Third target sits at $5.30 and earns a 20% trim. By then, the trade is deep in profit and psychological pressure starts creeping in. Should we actually punch through the channel roof? The 1618 extension up at $7.70 is my fourth cash out, another 25%, leaving a final 15% moon bag for the 2618 extension near $11, which I treat more like a lottery ticket than a core thesis. Risk is crystal clear. A weekly close under $1.75 kills the setup. No mental gymnastics, just a hard stop. If that happens, I'll step aside, look for a tag of the lower channel boundary around $1.40, and reload where the reward to risk resets in my favor. Until then, momentum is finally leaning north, the ladder is set, and discipline, not hopium, does the heavy lifting. Nothing moves in straight lines, and Jito lives on Solana block space. Outages? Less frequent, but still real. MEV extraction is political. Any change in validated economics can dent yields. A flood of new Solana staking protocols could dilute market share. Keep those in mind when sizing positions. I'm playing spot, not leverage, because the beta on Layer 1 tokens is already spicy. If you're new, start tiny, track your average buy, and consider using the first profit zone to pay yourself back in stablecoins. So here's where we stand. Jito's tech captures MEV the second Solana leaves your wallet. Its total value locked is pressing all-time highs, while the token trades at a fraction of that locked value. Institutions are circling, transparency grades are near perfect, and the chart is coiling like a spring. I've laid out 5 exits and 1 non-negotiable stop. Your move. If mapping ladders and harvesting yield feels overwhelming, that's exactly why I wrote DeFi, Financial Freedom, the ultimate beginner's guide. Inside, we walk step by step through staking strategies just like the Jito play. How to size, where to park yield, and when to compound. It's lighter on your wallet than a single limit order, and it's pinned right now in the top comment. Grab it, level up, and let your crypto finally start paying rent. Before you click away, smash the like button if today's breakdown helped. Drop your first target in the comments and subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's deep dive. Now, watch my last Solana's video on screen. Stay curious, stay kind, and I'll see you there.